I'm going to get Dr. Cardwell. I want him to have a look at him.
He's asleep now? Oh, I see. Well, no, I was at Pat's. I'm on my way downtown. I thought I'd stop by the hospital if there was any... Okay, Jim. I'll call you later then. Thank you. Joe's still asleep and Jim doesn't want me to disturb him. Well, that's good. At least he's getting his sleep. I know, but Jim sounded so concerned. And he said that Dr. Cardwell was going to look in on Joe this afternoon. Viki, it is perfectly normal for surgeons to look in on their post-op patients. And besides, the doctor told you that Joe was just a matter of time.
Oh, sorry.
Viki, I'd like you to meet my... Mrs. Polen.
How do you do, Mrs. Riley? It's nice to meet you at last.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Mr. Kendall. I've heard a great deal about you from Pat and, of course, from Brian.
He's very fond of you, Mr. Riley. Coincidentally, I hope to meet you soon to thank you personally for keeping the story about me under wraps for so long.
Well, we can arrange that as soon as he's well.
That'd be great. Kathy, is there some coffee on the kitchen?
Yes. I'll help you some. He seems like a very nice man. He is. I can understand a little bit better now why it's been so difficult for you. You know, if he wasn't the kind of man he is, or if Brian didn't love him so much, what's the point of dwelling in light of things? I think I'm going to be going. I'll stop by the hospital just in case I do get a chance to see Joe. Thank you for the coffee, and Paul, we'll look forward to seeing you if it's not awkward for you. I'll let you know if it is. Well, bye-bye, and you take care. And give Joe my love. Thanks, Pat.
Viki gone?
She's hoping that they'll let her see Joe this week.
Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to her. After you introduced us, I realized that I had a lot of questions to ask about Lord Enterprises.
Are you still considering that offer?
Yeah, I'm considering it very seriously. Would you object if I took it?
Well, I think that it might make things difficult.
Why? Lord Press has nothing to do with the banner.
Except that they come out of the same building.
We're both grown up enough to stand an occasional chance meeting.
And I really have no right to tell you where you should or should not work. But I do think that I should warn you that Dorian is a highly manipulative person. And I think that one of the reasons that she offered you this job was to keep you around, to embarrass Tony and make life difficult for him.
Pat, I'm sorry. That's Tony's problem, not mine.
Well, I guess I'd better get to work, huh?
You have a nice day, okay?
Mm-hmm. You too. See you then.
Okay.
Hey, you're leaving for the office so soon?
It's after 9 o'clock.
Oh, Larry, why didn't you wake me up? I want to make breakfast.
Figure you might need your sleep.
You're still mad.
running around bars and going to movies.
Well, different people have different needs, hon. Isn't that what you've been trying to teach me to understand for so long? Of course you don't need to get out all the time. I mean, you're out all day long and most of the evening. And I sit in this empty house all by myself. There's nothing to do but clean the house, do the laundry, and make sure I'm taking care of Danny this time.
Like you did last night?
Danny was delighted to go visit Anna and Jim for an evening, and they were absolutely delighted to have him. Anna even promised that she'd put him in the school bus.
Has it occurred to you why Danny is so delighted to be with Anna and Jim? Has it occurred that he might enjoy spending time with people who really love him?
Larry, that is just not fair. I love Danny just as much as Anna and Jim do.
Funny way of showing.
But just how do you measure love? By how many hours that you spend with a person per day? By how much attention that you give them? Is that it? Well, I'm kind of like if that's how you measure how much you love someone, you're not things because you don't pay any attention to me anymore, much less Danny.
I don't want you running around town with Lana, hanging around bars, acting like you're single with no responsibilities.
Well, then fine. Maybe you should come home once in a while and treat me like a wife instead of a living convenience, and maybe I just might stick around. They don't have capital punishment in this state.
Karen, stop making a martyr out of yourself.
The point is, when a woman feels neglected, she often gets resentful.
You feel neglected? You remember the last time we made lunch?
It was beautiful.
I'm talking about that. You remember how long ago it was?
No.
Well,
not exactly.
Fine. Neither do I, Karen. And that to me proves it's been too damn long.
And I suppose that's my fault, too.
Partly, yes.
All right. Let's rectify that situation right now, huh? Why don't you come on back to bed?
Stop it.
I'm serious, Larry.
Karen, come on. I mean, you've got patience waiting for me. Oh, baby. You hold that on, all right? I'll be home early. Come on, ears open. Look, Max, just put the meat over there in the freezer. I'll be with you as soon as I get this column added up. You're not Max.
So who's Max, huh?
Max is the butcher. Oh! He very rarely kisses.
about your meeting last night. You said you got pretty angry.
Yeah. Mad?
About what?
Go over to your house.
No.
Tried to call you.
Oh, we're at the bakery?
Yeah. Right after I talked to Kendall. She called.
Yeah, I went over to see Viki.
How's Joe?
Well, he's doing better than expected. Of course, he's still in ICU.
But he's going to be all right.
I guess so, barring any unforeseen complications.
Well, since they said I'm busy, we're going to have to move.
Yeah, I will ask Viki when he'll be all right. So, tell me, what's your day gonna be like, huh?
Well, as soon as Max brings the meat, and Juan and I go over all these books, I'm free. What do you have in mind?
Well, I was wondering if you would like to pick up Brian from school. He has to stay late when he was supposed to.
Does she know that I'll be there?
No, you'll be on your own.
No, I don't think so, Pat. I think that he'd see that as a set. It'd be better, I think, if we took some natural occasion, like that picnic that you were talking about.
Okay.
But I see what you're getting at. This whole situation is not going to resolve itself until Brian comes over to my side. But he will. You just can't force it. But you never thought you'd hear me say something like that.
Frankly, no.
But you agree.
Yes. If we don't take too long. Who is it?
Kathy there.
I'm sorry to stop by so early, but I wanted to try and catch Larry before he left for the clinic. I've got a question to ask you. I'm sorry, Kathy. Larry just left for the office. Could I help? Oh, I wish you could, but see, Larry was showing me how to fill out.
me that Paul Kendall's coming over for lunch.
That's right. Moving here momentarily.
Interesting.
I fail to see why that should interest you.
Why are you so determined that Paul Kendall worked for the Lord Press?
I'm not aware that I'm so determined.
Now, if you're creating all these high-powered jobs and high-powered salaries, how come not one for me?
Oh, Martha. You know, you are reasonably competent as a gopher, but I hardly think that you would qualify as an editor.
But this undercover agent does, huh?
As a matter of fact, Paul Kendall has had a lot of experience as an editor.
I think you need another editor about as much as you need more money.
Oh, once again, Marco, you are mistaken.
And once again, Dorian, you are bending the truth.
My goodness, you are learning some subtlety. A month or so ago, you would have just blatantly called me a liar.
Well, just goes to show you, you work for devious people, you learn devious methods.
Oh, you're lucky I'm in a good mood today.
Yeah, you want to know why I think you want Paul Kendall on the Lord Press?
No.
I think there's one obvious reason, and that is just to bend Tony Lord out of shape a little bit. I'll have the house dressing and the young lady will help.
That's not.
Very fine. Now maybe the young lady will tell me what this is all about.
I hope I didn't guess like any lunch date or anything by popping in there.
I don't know. I haven't had a sandwich brought in. Not caught up on my dictation.
You don't mind when I come in at any festival, do you?
Of course not, honey. As long as you know that you're taking a chance that I might be too busy to see you.
I am glad that you weren't too busy today.
Sam, what's on your mind? Come on.
I have some wonderful news. Well, it's wonderful for me, and I hope you'll agree.
Well,
you love him?
He doesn't want to know.
I don't care whether he wants to know or not. I'm just going to have to find a way to make him know it.
I don't think anybody could do that. Yep, I can tell by that glazed look in your eye that I'm right on the old button again.
Self-love is nauseating.
Yeah, sure, the only reason that you want Paul Kendall around is to keep Tony Lord at a maximum anxiety level. Make him a little unhappy.
I am not interested in Tony Lord. And I am completely and totally disinterested in anything that he does.
Not true. That is completely and totally a falsehood.
What motive would I have to make Tony unhappy?
The best there is. He hates your guts and doesn't hesitate to let people know.
I could care less.
Do you really believe those lines as fast as you make them up?
I believe that I'm going to excuse you now.
No, see, the way I got it figured out is Tony Lord, since he hates you in such a public way, and since he misses no opportunity to put you down for it, well, you figure that you're more than willing to go a little out of your way to make it hard for him.
Oh, that's very melodramatic. I'm not even going to bother to defend myself.
Oh, how about a clause? Well, madam, if you'll excuse me, I'll go wash up for lunch.
You're not invited to lunch. You know, Michael, you have this very unfortunate tendency not to know your place. Are you aware of that?
I will not be patronized.
Would you run along?
But one of these days, one day real soon, I'm going to put you in your place so hard you won't know what to do.
You're hurting my wrist. Come in. Mr. Paul Kendall is here to see you, ma'am. Fine. Show him in, please. Yes, ma'am. You may go now, Marco.
Everything's wrong.
There's something wrong. There's something so very wrong.
Excuse me.
Peter, I think he suffered some brain damage. I'm so scared.
There's absolutely nothing wrong. He's resting quietly.
But that's not true. I can't believe you.
Viki thinks that she saw some signs of brain damage. Based on what? Based on Joe's slurred speech and disjointed sentences.
Jim, he asked me to forgive him.
All right. All right. Viki, yes, it's true that Joe's speech is a little blurred. But that's because he's on very heavy medication. Not because of any brain damage.
How can you be so sure?
Honey, all right, I'm sorry. It's probably my fault. I'm sure I should have waited until Joe regained his strength before I let you see him. But be that as it may, there's no point in borrowing trouble. I mean, we've got enough to think about just getting him well. Jim, from what Viki said, Joe is apparently convinced that everyone's lying to him. He thinks he's done it. Honey, listen to me and try to understand. Nobody can go through as serious an operation as Joe's just been through and not go into shock. Now, you can't expect him to speak clearly or behave rationally, not right now, until he's out of shock. So it's probably true that he's asking you to forgive him because he's convinced himself that he's going to die and leave you alone.
Well, I may need you to drive me to town after lunch, but that won't be at least 1 hour or so.
Ma'am.
Paul, would you care for some preparing before lunch?
Oh, those scotch will be fine, thanks, sir. No ice.
Oh, fine. You know, I hope you decided to take the position with the Lord Craig.
Well, I've been giving it serious thought, but I'm far from having made up my mind.
Then apparently I'm going to have to find a way to try and persuade you. Because the Lord Enterprises certainly needs a man with with all of your qualifications.
You're aware that I haven't worked in publishing in a number of years, aren't you?
But Paul, you know that a good editor never loses his skill. Please sit down. May I ask you what your hesitations are?
Well, frankly, Dorian, I am not really sure I'm going to be staying in Landview permanently.
I imagine that's because of your rather complicated home situation. Oh, Paul, I understand it. In fact, I really sympathize with you. Why don't I make you an offer that you just couldn't refuse?
Well, it doesn't seem very likely, but I'm listening.
Instead of tying you down to a long-term contract, which you don't really seem to be ready for, why don't we test the waters with a short-term contract?
How short?
I don't know. I think 6 months should be a reasonable time to find out how well the two of us will work out together, don't you think?
Yeah, I think that's enough time. See whether get along okay.
I predict that we'll get along splendidly.
Well, there's one thing I've learned in the last few months. That's not to make any predictions.
Well, I think there's one safe prediction we could make.
What's that?
That Pat will be thrilled by the news. Let's drink to it.
Well, the way things are now is on lockout. I can't even see Brian. I can't even talk to him on the phone. I know how tough it is for you, Tom. And the worst part of it is that we were once so close. It was a long time ago. But we were so tight that there were times that I thought that subconsciously he knew that I was his father. You don't really think that? Yeah, I do. Because you see, I knew that I was his father. And so I was sending out all these ways, and he was picking up on them. And Kathy came back from the hospital. She moved in with me again. And that poor kid just didn't know what was happening. Maybe you're right. All he understood was his mother was very unhappy, and you were the man responsible for it. Except that Pat and I worked our way through that minefield. And Brian would have come along with us, too. And then Kendall comes back here and blows up everything. Brian loves the guy, John. If you try to compete with Paul for Brian's affections, you could lose them altogether. But there can't be any competition. I can't even see him. If there was just some way that I could get access to the boy, I'm convinced that I could prove to him that I'd be a better father. Tony, please, go slow. The health club. What about it? Brad's health club. Brian plays tennis there all the time. That's where I could see it.
Marco, there are plenty of discos around here. I don't think we have to go tracing into the city.
This is a very special disco sound. Lots of celebrities hang out there. I've been known to stop there on occasion myself.
Yeah, but by the time we got there, we just had to turn around and come back.
Oh, no, it's open all night.
My father would love that.
Well, tell your father that you're going to spend the night with a friend.
Is any special friend of mine?
Possible.
Well, I don't like lying to my father.
That wouldn't be a lie, Sam. I really am your friend.
The friend I'm telling Dorian was that you're spending the night with a special friend.
I heard this. I don't think I'm much like that, Sam. Amanda.
Hi, Sam. Hi.
Brian here's late for his tennis lesson because we had to go back to school for some books he forgot. Is it too late?
No, it's no problem. His instructor is on court C. It's okay.
Hey, Guillermo, take off and we'll see you Constance, don't hit me with things like that, please.
I wouldn't have to, Mark, because you didn't put me in that position.
Sam, why do you feel you have to be defensive with me? Oh, Dan Marco. So the answer to that's pretty obvious. Sam and I have a lot of work to do. Excuse me, please. Yeah. Catch you later, Sam.
I know how to handle him, Brad.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Just like to remind him that I'm around. You mind?
A little, but I also like it. I had lunch with Dad today.
Swell. Would you make a note to call O'Connor Sports and order 2 more of the plant watch to the women's gym, please?
Okay, I'll do it this afternoon. Brad, I wish you'd been there with us at lunch.
Can't imagine why you'd wish such a thing on yourself.
He's always asking me about you, how you are, what you're up to.
Sounds none of his damn business.
He loves you, Brad. Come on, you know that.
Sam, don't you ever quit. Look, he hates my guts as much as I hate his.
Brad, well, why would he have to lie? Why would he have to do that?
Because then you get exactly what's happening. You believe that he's this all-giving, all-forgiving paragon when he's actually a liar and a hypocrite.
Oh, you're amazing. I mean, when we sit here and talk about him, it's like we're talking about 2 different men.
Sam, there's only one Will Vernon behind that mask that he wears. Keep your illusions, because one day that mask is going to slip, and then you will see the same man that I see.
I'm sorry, Brad. You're the one who's got the illusion with that dad. I can tell, Will, by that patient expression on your face that you don't think I asked you here just to talk about the weather.
Well, I assume you're using the weather as a kind of handle until you're ready to say what's on your mind.
I'm not usually so indirect, am I? Well, the truth of the matter is, I find it very difficult to express gratitude. And that's the real reason I asked you here, Will. I want to thank you so much for all that you've done for me.
All I've done for you. In what areas?
Well, I think that, finally, I'm beginning to understand, well, some of the reasons behind certain compulsive behavior patterns of mine.
Do you understand these behavior patterns well enough to change them?
Well, I just couldn't do it without your help. Now, if you feel brave enough, I'd like very much to go back into analysis with you.
Do you feel brave enough to take analysis seriously? You know, the last time we had sessions, it was a complete waste of time for both of us.
Well, I wasn't motivated then like I'm motivated now.
Oh,
You see, I'm weary. I'm very weary of unrequited love.
good.
Do you think you'd have time for me, Will?
No, I wouldn't. I'll find time. Call the office tomorrow. I'll pick up something.
Will, could I speak to you for a few minutes more, please? Thank you. I would like to discuss Brad for a moment.
About that.
It's been very difficult for me to say this, but as a businessman, Brad is not turning out at all as I
Right around.
Oh, well, yeah, I think he'll be back from his instructions just a few minutes.
Do you mind if I wait?
Oh, no, just look, have a seat. I never had a chance to tell you that. Sorry I wasn't at your accident, so I'm glad you're okay.
Thank you.
So, how are things at your restaurant these days?
Okay. Can always use more business, though.
Well, hey, I can bring my friends over if you need more customers.
That would be terrific. Those soft drinks really add up.
If I choose to drink soft drinks, it will be out of choice and not necessity.
Uh-oh. I think I was just put down. Sam? Was I being patronizing?
I just thought I'd point out that I am 18.
18. You know, Sam, one of the problems with this life of ours is we all seem to get very wrapped up in our own troubles. And I just want you to know I'm sorry that I missed a very important one. I missed the fact that a pretty little girl growing up into a very beautiful woman. Look, Sam, I'm just cluttering up the office here. Why don't you tell me where Brian is, and I'll go get out of the way. I'll be court. I just happened to notice the lesson trying to pick up a couple points. Sam, look, next time you're in the restaurant, you stop and we'll have champagne to celebrate, okay? What was all that about?
I think Tony Lord is, quite a man.
He's old enough to be your father.
Good afternoon, Landry Golf Club. It's Dorian Lord, Samantha. Is Marco around? Just a minute, please. I'll think. It's Mrs. Wick. Are you around?
I'm off duty, Dorian. Why are you bothering me here?
Obviously, because I wanted to reach you.
Well, hereafter, don't hassle me when I'm at the club working out.
Well, isn't that cute? You're trying to impress your little girlfriend, aren't you? Well, hopefully she is impressed by now, so you can get back to Lamphere instantly.
What for?
I am planning to have a dinner at Tony Lord's this evening, and I want you to get back here right away.
All right. I accept your apology. Just don't let it happen again. Guess that's telling her, huh? Don't ever do that to me again.
Oh, my. His little pride is wounded, isn't it?
You know, I allow you to get away with a lot of garbage. But you must not take any liberties where my dignity is concerned, okay?
I beg your pardon.
Then you better take me seriously.
Oh, I do. I just didn't realize that you had any dignity, maybe. Now you're smiling. That's so nice. Does that mean that your little snip is finished with?
Means I've finally figured out why. I'm telling you that you now have Paul Kendall in your employ.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, is it?
You know, you really have a very vicious mind.
Oh, gee. You've lost your good humor. That button again. Get it every time. So I hate to put a crimp in your plans, my dear, but I regret to inform you I will not be able to accompany you on your dinner date.
Well, Dorian, Felicia said you were expecting me.
very nice of you to accept my dinner invitation on such short notice. Hey, you must have really had a workout. Oh, did I ever? He was really pounding those balls at me. Oh, say, is my father eating yet? Oh, no, not yet, but look who's back.
Hello, Brian.
Hello?
I saw you out on the court. I gotta tell you, I was very impressed.
Thanks. Say, will you tell my father I'm in my locker room when he comes? Okay.
Oh, buddy. What's the hurry? We haven't seen each other for a long time. Sam, I'm really thirsty, and I'll bet Brian is too. You suppose you could go out and get us something to drink?
Sure.
I'd really appreciate it. Here.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Well, actually, I do have a couple things to do at Brad's office. So, look, guys, just make yourself comfortable, okay? It'll take me a few minutes, though.
Your mother tells me that you just started taking tennis lessons.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're real good at it. That's a real natural backhand you have. I guess your coach tells you about that.
No, he didn't.
Oh, well, I guess maybe he doesn't want you to get swell-headed. I know a lot about tennis, you know. I still play a good game myself. Brian, I'm trying to talk to you.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Nothing that you don't want to say to me.
Well, then I don't feel like saying anything.
Then level with me, Brian. Tell me why. Tell me why you and I can't be friends.
Make this casserole or you shove it in the oven?
No, we can put it in animated this morning. It'll only take a minute.
Oh, wait a second. Could you give this to Larry for me?
Check?
Yep.
$200.
That's a small contribution to the clinic.
Very nice of you, Brad. I'm sure Larry will appreciate it.
Makes up for an absence of time and skill. I just want to do something.
You know, a couple of months ago, you never would have thought of that.
Yeah, I know. I was too self-centered.
But you certainly have changed.
Thanks to you. And tomorrow, I've got a great big surprise for you that's going to make us both very happy.
Charlie, I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to find somebody else to do it. I'm not going to change my plans now. Oh, really? Look, Charlie, I haven't had a day off in a year. And Carla has already made the plane reservation. Yeah, that's right. Right, we have to go to North Carolina to see Carla's mother. Right. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Charlie. Well, it is nice to know the Brad thinks you're special, but not all the time.
The trouble with the police department is they don't really have any life outside of it.
Yeah, well, it's a round-the-clock job, but what can I do? I love it.
How would you like to help me with some of this packing so that we can get out of here before anybody else calls you up?
Yeah. Brian, what is it? Why can't we still be friends?
You know why?
And because Paul came back? All right, well, let's sit down and we can talk about this.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. So why don't you just leave me alone? And leave Mom alone, too.
I mean, did you ever go to the circus when you were a kid and they bring a big box out of the center ring and all of a sudden the lid flies off and lots of clowns come flying out? Or, I don't know, maybe somebody calls you up one night and says, hey, come on over for a quiet evening. You get there and all of a sudden everybody jumps down and yells, surprise!
Sure.
Well, okay then. How can you say you don't like surprises?
Right, you're just pointing out the good ones. Sometimes surprises can be
surprise that's awful scary or is going to hurt you?
I guess not.
You guess not? Thanks, Jenny. And thanks a lot. You know, I don't understand you. 2 minutes ago, you told me that I've changed. And now you're acting like I'm some kind of a monster.
Fred, I'm sorry.
When do I get your trust? I mean, just what exactly do I have to do for you to trust me?
Look, it's not you, it's me. I'm just acting out of reflex. I really don't like surprises.
Well, you'll like this one. You will, Jenny, really.
Oh, well, why don't you just tell me what it is, then?
Because then it would be a surprise.
I know.
I shouldn't have told you this much. I should have just let the clown jump out of the box unexpectedly.
Oh, that was going to be clown.
Yeah, lots of clowns with funny faces and bright colors. Purpose in life is to make any Siegel happy.
In that case, I can't wait. Put that casserole in.
Woman's work is never done. I hope you haven't been waiting on the porch too long, Carl.
No, they won't do. I'm sorry, I was detained at last there with Dorian Lloyd. Come on inside. So you have some legal papers?
Yes, really no problem with them. In the state, there's some tax forms, things like that, which require your signature since you are the executor.
Probate period over?
Yes, the appraisal of your wife's personal effects have been completed. We're in accord with the government on the inheritance taxes, so since no one is contesting, the whole thing should be settled this week.
Good.
At least, I hope it's settled this week, since I told Brad it would be.
You talked to Brad?
Yes, a number of times.
Any particular reason?
Well, from what I can tell, because he is madly in love. He's anxious to get the ring Naomi left him for his fiancée.
His fiancée?
Yes. I'm sorry. You don't know.
Well, Brad and I haven't spoken recently. I'm going to sign these for you. You don't mean that, Brian. You can't mean that. I mean, what about our good times? We had some good times, didn't we, Brian?
Yeah?
So there's no reason why we can't have them again, is there?
Yes, there is.
Brian, I play tennis, you know. I could come here once or twice a week and we could play a set or two. Or basketball. It's almost the start of basketball season, isn't it? Last time I saw you, you were great on the court. Or the movies. Or what about bowling? Anything, Brian, anything that you want to do is fine with me. I just want to be there with you, all right?
Don't you understand? I'm somebody to do all that stuff with. My father.
Brian, I am your friend, Brian. And friends don't stop being friends just because somebody else comes along. Now, you don't want me to forget you, do you? You don't want me to turn my back on all those good times? Now, do you?
I'm so different. I thought Dad was dead, but he's not. And now he's back. And we're a family again. Me, Mom, and Dad. So why don't you just leave us alone?
Hi, son.
Dad!
Hello, Sonny. How are you? You got everything, Brian?
Yeah, I'm not ready.
Okay, let's get going. Your mom's waiting for us. See you.
Bye.
All right.
Honey, you're still here.
Yes, ma'am. I guess I am.
I just saw Brian and his father go out together. What a cute kid. I'm glad his father's back now. I mean, they had such a good time together.
What?
I wish my father and brother could be that close and enjoy each other that much. Oh, Tony, I'm sorry.
What?
I just now put the pieces together. I mean, it was going to be you and Pat, and then Pat's husband.
Yeah, well, a few things popped up.
This may sound like a silly question, but is there anything that I can do for you?
Yeah? Yeah, there is. You can wipe out the last 13 years of my life so that I can get a chance to do things. A chance to do some things even differently. And maybe my life would look a little bit more promising than it does right now.
Tony, I don't know. I mean, of course, I can't know what you're going through right now. It's inside of you, but I'm concerned, and if I can help you, talk to you.
Oh, sure. You're a good kid. And obviously a sensitive one. I want you to hang on to that. Don't let go. You're going to try to knock it out of you one way or another. But you don't let him, okay? Fortunately, life isn't plain or easy. And on days like today, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense.
I think I'm beginning to learn that.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. I gotta go. Bye, Samantha. Tony was at the health club when I got there to pick up Brian.
Oh? Yeah, and they knew each other. I want to know how come.